That's either yes or no. We're not doing notes. We're not doing all of this. And I don't understand. I'm getting some attitude from you and I don't understand that. If you want to wear a Michael Jordan jersey, Michael Jordan could afford to have attitude because he was exhibiting greatness. You are not. So there's to be no attitude towards me in this court. Do you understand? And you will get a job. Do you understand?
Welcome back to Judge Boyd's courtroom, where today we delve into the case of a repeat offender who, despite facing serious jail time, seems to have missed the memo on courtroom etiquette. Undeterred by the gravity of the situation, he has brought too much attitude into the courtroom, as far as Judge Boyd is concerned. Judge Boyd is visibly displeased with the defendant's demeanor and doesn't hesitate to let him know that, as she addresses the issue head-on. Will the Honourable Judge be able to restore order and demand the respect the court deserves before sentencing? Or will she have to bang down the gavel to fix this man's attitude and demeanor? Stay tuned to find out.
All right, are the parties ready on Kevin Jones? Diana, I realized how little water I've been drinking, so now I need to get to 11 very quickly because I'm not even at 11.
We can wait.
Norma, if you all could go ahead and order lunch. Okay. Just one moment. All right. Court is calling 2023 CR 5280 State of Texas versus Kevin Alfred James Jones. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
Defense?
Lindsay Shaw for Mr. Jones.
And are you Mr. Jones?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. The attorney listed on the appointment is Charles Bonk.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm an associate with Mr. Bunk. Mr. Jones is aware of that. Mr. Bunk is here present today, has conferred with Mr. Jones, but
All right. Do you have any objection to her standing in?
No.
All right. Thank
We're all one happy family.
you. Okay. All right. And everyone else, please make sure you whisper. We are on the record. Mr. Jones, I'm going to show you what's entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication, Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it?
Yes.
You're going to need, but you guys were going on count 2, which is a possession. Okay. And then, okay, so you're not waiving the repeater.
Correct.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yes.
I said it. Yeah.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah, sorry, Judge.
All right. I was wondering,
Yeah.
am I wrong in my idea? Okay. So that you understand that the state is not waiving the enhancement paragraph. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And defense, is that correct?
yes, Your Honor.
All right. So what's being waived is count 1 only, correct?
That is correct. Your Honor.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. Any objection to the waiver of count 1?
No objection.
All right. So what you're charged with in count 2 is possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4 grams to 200 grams. That's a second-degree felony. The range of punishment for a second-degree felony is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If the state is able to prove the enhancement paragraph allegation, then your range of punishment will be anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent? Off the record. So everyone, please don't approach up here when we're on the record. Yes.
I'm
Yes.
waiting for her.
No. Nobody see that sign?
No.
Okay, thank you. All right, we're back on the record. Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights? And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
He does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Jones, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Going to show you what the court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? According to the plea, the state is proceeding on count 2. You would agree that you've been previously convicted of 1 or more felonies. Punishment is to be assessed at 9 years in the prison. There's a $2,500 fine. There's no application for deferred adjudication. The state recommends community supervision. They're taking in consideration 2023 CR 4278, and there's to be restitution to SAPD for drug testing. Did you understand that to be the plea? Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
It is, Your Honor.
Showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you outside the agreement. State is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 6 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation and 220 hours community service restitution. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to the offense as charged in count 2, how do you plea? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? And to the enhancement paragraph, how do you plead? True or not true? State any evidence to support the defendant's plea?
Did exhibit number 1 with all its attachments.
No objection.
And state you may continue to confer.
Thank you.
Mr. Jones, I'm going to show you what's entitled Waiving Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent? Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. Oh, no, I'm sorry. One more thing. I forgot to ask that. Okay, that's fine. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will find you guilty. The court will find the enhancement paragraph true based upon your plea of true and based upon states exhibits 1 and attachments.
Thank
Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Are you employed? That's either yes or no.
No.
All right. How long have you been unemployed?
Actual 9 to 5. I'm not even sure. I do side jobs. In the company.
All right. If you are on probation in this court, I require a job and I require a job where someone gives you a W-2. You understand?
Well, I'll have my own W-2 soon. I move the company.
You need to provide proof of that. Do you have any children?
Yes.
How many? What are their ages?
4 and 1 boy.
Who do you live with?
I don't want my.
If you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be for everything? And that includes marijuana, alcohol, all of that.
I feel a little dirty.
Have you ever used anything other than marijuana? That's either yes or no. We're not doing notes. We're not doing all of this. And I don't understand. I'm getting some attitude from you and I don't understand that. If you want to wear a Michael Jordan jersey, Michael Jordan could afford to have attitude because he was exhibiting greatness. You are not. So there's to be no attitude towards me in this court. Do you understand? And you will get a job. Do you understand? Am I speaking a foreign language to you? All right, then you need to answer my question. Do you understand that you will get a job?
Sure, I will get a job.
All right. So this is what we're going to do. You're going to step back. You'll wait. I'll take up sentencing later. And counsel, if you want to speak to your client about
Yes,
his
ma'am.
attitude.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right. Who's here on Carl Jones? All right. We're back on the record in 2023 CR 5280, State of Texas versus Kevin Jones for defense
Charles Bunk.
and state.
Jason Gary.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 9 years in prison, suspended and probated for 8 years. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. There's to be regular UAs, and he needs to be tested for levels. There's a $2,500 fine. That'll be probated. What are the court costs in this case, please? Take in consideration 2023 CR 4278. There's to be restitution to SAPD for drug testing. I'm going to want field visits 1 time per month until further notice. 220 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to ask for parenting classes. Once he completes that, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. Proof of employment within 15 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. What's the cost? All right, the court costs in this case are $325. Will you be able to pay that in installments?
Yes.
Probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? Showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it?
Yes.
Because this is plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right.
Did you,
Yes.
sorry, did you say 9 years probated for 8?
Yes. All right. If he completes everything successfully, then he can always come back.
Yes, Judge.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. May we be excused?
Yes. Who's here on Jamar Simmons?
We're conferring in the back, Judge.
Okay. Jorge Sandoval.
All comments, viewpoints, interpretations, and insights expressed in this video are for education and entertainment purposes. All individuals featured in the video are to be presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Please do not attempt to contact, locate, or engage with any individuals featured in the video.